Ooh, bloody ambulance. What's he doing? Hey everybody, how's it going? Today we're talking about this. The first kind of this video I put on this channel. Like I do this every once in a while on my other channels, but this is the first one Runescape related that I've done for this channel. Well, obviously the first Runescape related one of these things I've ever done since I restarted my YouTube. So today, what are we talking about? I'll stop shouting now. Yeah. So yeah, today we're talking about the Runescape community. Now, there are 101 bajillion, bacillion, didillion, one of these ranting about the Runescape community and what it's like right now. I just thought I'd throw my 2 cents in there. Like I say, my 2 cents. This is gonna be like 20 minutes long, so this is sort of a, so close, like, minimize this. If you want to listen to it all, then minimize this video, and just listen to it whilst you do some RuneScape. But yeah. I'm talking to my cat. I'm doing this to my cat. Like my cat is sat on my bed right in front of me, so I'm doing this to the cat. Like I'm ranting to the cat really more than to you guys. But you can listen in to mine and the cat's conversation, I guess. So basically, the reason why I thought I'd do this is because I've been playing RuneScape for about 3 months after the actual game started. Now a lot of people won't be able to obviously say they've been playing it for that long. I played on 4 different accounts. The first few accounts I just, I didn't play that much. I kept on forgetting the passwords because I was fucking like 11. Well, I was less than 11. I was about 9. So I kept on forgetting the password because my memory was absolutely shit. But yeah, so it was horrible. And then I had my first main account, which is Crystallian, which is why everything tends to be Crystallian. And then I made Forgiven Past after. Fuck, what happened? I think like my computer like died. We had a family computer. I wasn't using my own like laptop sort of thing, and we had a family computer and that died. So I couldn't play that for like 2 weeks, and I just forgot my password, so I had to create the Forgiven Past. And I had Forgiven Past as a backup originally. I made it as a backup, and it quite quickly became my like main account. So it's always handy that that's there, I guess. Yeah. And after I forgot that password, I remembered Forgiven Past password because it was my favorite song at the time, which I liked a different style of music back then, so you won't be able to guess it what it is. Like I was really random in what I liked. So yeah. But anyway, so yeah, that's how I've been playing the RuneScape song. So basically, the RuneScape community is evolved in some ways. It's good, some ways it's bad. Good because it's just going with the times. It's just keeping up with what the world's like. And oh shit, that's gone off like 3 minutes just introducing the fucking video. Whatever. So that I expect this to be about 20-minute rant, by the way. So yeah, you've been forewarned. So yeah, the RuneScape community is like evolved in the good and the bad. Like it's gone from like back in the day, whips were like upon release. Whips were about like. Well, the day of release, the whips were like fucking 14 mil. It was absolutely crazy. And then he sort of like balanced out to a street price of like what? That's 6 mil? Yeah, well, it was about 6 mil. And then they sort of fell to about 3 mil. And they hovered there for ages. And then they dropped to 1 mil. But yeah, when I got my first whip, it was worth 3.4 mil at the time, street value. And I was level 70 attack. I think I was like level 60 strength, and I didn't really know what defense was that much. Like I didn't really train that much. I think I was like 40 defense just so I could wear a rune. I'm pretty sure that was just my stats, and that was like an average player back then. Back then, that was slightly above average back in the day. Like obviously now, and eventually that sort of became like more of the lower average, and then obviously I started playing a lot more as I sort of grew up. I started having, being able to manage my time better on the game, and not just like clicking once every like 8.5 ticks in the game. So I was like really horrible at doing XP. So yeah, and back then it was excusable. Like people were like, oh, can you add me and lend me like 4 mil, so I can get like, well, it wasn't really 4 mil for like 4 rune. It was like 4 mil so I can get like some full rune or whip, stuff like that, so you can get all geared up and ready, and I'll add me and I'll give you back once I've earned it back, and we can go to like KBD and shit, and we can earn the money back, and then you'd be like, yeah, sure, don't worry, and people would give the money back. Now this isn't me bullshitting. People would give the money back. There were some people, there were some absolute assholes who obviously have influenced the majority of this current community, who would just be like, nah, fuck, I'll just take it. I'll just take it and delete him. And you can report someone for scamming you, but I've never seen in the many years I've been playing this game, on all the several accounts, I've never seen anyone get banned for scamming. Whether it's the really old fashioned, give us your rune armor and I'll trim it for you. Whether it was that, or whether it's just, say, I'll lend me this and I'll give it back. Or just like friends, it's the friends of pixels bit, which I'll get onto later on. That's really pissed me off. But yeah, and it'll be like, I've never seen anyone get banned for it. I've genuinely never seen anyone get banned for it. So I don't think, because it's hard to deduce. Fair play to Jagex in the fact that, it's bad that they don't ban people, but they don't ban that many people for scamming. But at the same time, it's hard to deduce what's a scam and what's a legit scam, or what is just like a little feud that's gone on between you and another person. I'm gonna mute the microphone. Sorry if you can hear a little bit of rustling. That's a bit better. That's a bit better. So yeah, it's hard to deduce what's an actual scam and what's just, a little feud between you and a friend. And obviously, if you've both scammed each other, and Jagex is just like, what the fuck? Yeah, we'll ban you. And then sometimes it's like a fake appeal, like you've been hacked, and you're like a scam, and then you get hacked, and then you scam someone. Why should you get banned, not the hacker, not the person who's hacked you? So it's difficult for Jagex to ban people for scamming and stuff like that, and taking shit off you for that. So it's fair play to Jagex, and the community was obviously back then a lot less scams. The scams are a lot worse. It would require so little common sense. It would require the bare minimum of a 9-year-old child to figure out, wait a minute, a player can't trim armor. I'm going to go away from you now. That really old scam of, give us your full rune, and I'll go trim it. Yeah. You need 99 magic. I got 99 magic. Just high score me. Yeah, that was a really old thing. People still do it. I've seen that happen several times. It might have just been for a laugh or something. I don't know. But yeah. So what's brought this on is if you didn't know, I turned my bank. First of all, if you don't know me, then just know this. I am a lazy bastard. I am one of the laziest people you will come to know ever, if you ever get to know me. And I turned my bank from a very hastily crashing Fury, it was crashing 500k a day, and I turned it from that into about 94 mil, 20 mil of which I'm spending on 99 magic. I turned it into that within 2 weeks. So it took me a while to get used to the fact that actually making money isn't that hard. It's just it takes a bit longer than you'd think. And it's taken me a while to figure that out. After 10 years, you'd think, you think I'd figure it out, but obviously I didn't. So yeah. I was going I was alking, and if you didn't know, you can only buy a certain amount of stuff in the Grand Exchange per 4 hours. You can only buy 15k U longbows per 4 hours, and then every 4 hours it'll just, let's say you put in I put in an offer for 30k, and over 8 hours the 15k bought easily. I bought the 15k, and then 4 hours later the next 15k got bought, and that's just how it works. And then I thought, okay, so I've just asked all the shit. I need to go into Grand Exchange and buy some more. So I was minding my own business. Don't ask me why I didn't just buy the 45k worth of Alex straight away. I don't know. But yeah, that's just a random thing. But yeah, I was strolling off, like you do, to the Grand Exchange from Soul Wars, because if you didn't know, you don't get random events in Soul Wars. So after I got randomed, after I stepped out, I was trotting off, minding my own business, going to Grand Exchange, thinking, just get this done, then 99 magic easily. And I saw one person. Now, one person asking. Now they were asking for donations. Now this is for the whip that costs about 300k right now. Bear in mind they were level 110. This was level 110 asking for donations for a whip. Now back in the day, it's kind of excusable. Like if you were asking for donations, like banning a chest plate or stuff like that, then kind of understandable. But you know, again at the same time, it's not very understandable. But yeah, back in the day, like you'd ask people for a bit of help to get it. Like you wouldn't ask for the money. Like maybe you'd ask your friends, like, "Oh, can you lend me?" And back in the day, your friend, you had a few friends, and they were a tight friend circle. You know, it was like you were friends with people, and you were very strong friends with people. But now it's like, if you can't really, it's difficult to trust people on Runescape at the moment. But yeah, so I was my mum. I saw him. He was like, "I'll taking donations to get my first whip." I was like, "Your first whip at level 110. They're on the road to a level 110. You will have made over about 2 mil. Like however you spent it, you will have made about 2 mil. However method you have done, you will have made about 2 mil, and you will have spent it some way or another. Now with 110 combat, you could easily go and kill green dragons, go and kill green dragon bots if you want to, you know. That's better money than killing actual green dragons and fighting the bots for the actual dragon. You could go and kill blue dragons, not red dragons, fuck red dragons. You could go kill black dragons. You could go and make like that money in like less than half an hour. You could easily do it. And the fact that you're spending about an hour asking for donations is a bit of a random ass thing, to be honest. No, it's there's severely like, that's not even the lazy option. Because killing dragons is partially AFKable. Because you click once, and then you like, I don't know, you can start watching a YouTube video. A minute later, you've got the kill, go pick up the bones, wait for it to spawn, repeat. You could easily watch YouTube and kill dragons. So it's not even like that's not even a lazy option. That requires more effort to sit and type. Or we get auto type, in which case you need to get your ass banned for fucking using a macro, you twat. So it's a choice between using that or going out there and getting it. It's like, okay. But yeah, so I was like, oh, okay, fuck this. I'll ignore him. It's just the one. I'll come going. And then I saw another person, level 121. That's a higher level than me, in case you didn't know. I'm only level 118. So I was minding my own business, and I saw another one asking for donations. It's like, with 121 combat, that means you have to have your stats in the high 80s, possibly even the high 90s, and and have a low summoning, or just like high 80s with summoning. So, what the fuck? I can solo bandos with rune. So why the fuck can you not? Like with a rune and a karasi, and I can fucking do it. Like understandable, like obviously you need a weapon to start off. But you could, at level 121, you could punch green dragons. You could go get your free dragon anti-fire shield, and you could punch dragons to death. You could punch the bots to death. You do not need to ask for donations, and then you could go and buy your own goddamn whip and get your own goddamn set of whatever the hell you want to spend your money on, because you obviously spend it on random shit that crashes, or you just go and stake it away like a douche. So, and then I was like, okay, so there's two. I've not seen it. Like that's the first time I'd seen them, so I'll just ignore them. Bear in mind this was like Tuesday, Tuesday, the last Tuesday, whatever. It was like the 28th, 27th, something like that. So I thought, okay, I'll just ignore it. I'll just continue on my day-to-day routine, go and buy some more alkables so I can alk them. So I continued on. I trotted along to the Grand Exchange. At the Grand Exchange, there were 3 more. The absolute bastards! Need donations for a rune plate set? Like, you don't need donations to go get a rune fucking plate set. Go and punch men. Go and pickpocket guards. Fucking hell. A full rune set's like, what, 60k now? I had to buy my fucking rune set for like 120k, and at one point they were at like 300k for a rune fucking set. So why the fuck do you want donations for something that costs like 60k now? It's really stupid. So, oh, I need donations because I can't make money. Everyone on this game can make goddamn money. It takes a bit longer than you do, like, the whole average, you know, oh, killing dragons, you can make 1.4 mil. Like, I made a video saying you can make 1.4 mil. That's paying 100% attention. That is paying constant attention. If you don't pay constant attention like me, like, for that, I obviously tested the money out, and I paid full attention, and then tried to do different, with less attention each time. Now, like, watching a film and killing dragons, you can make easily about 800k an hour. And that was with black dragon hide, a rune crossbow, and broad tip bolts. I spent less than about 50k on that setup, and I could make a mil easily. And I'll be fair play, I've got 99 range, but still, say I've got 80 range or 70 range, that's still a 500k. That's still 500k plus an hour. Like, what's difficult about click? Watch a film. Keep on watching the film. Oh, he's dead. Pick up the bones and the hide. Click. Pick up the bones and that. What's difficult about that? And then, I'm not even finished. Not finished. There's not even finished yet. Fucking hell, it's 16 minutes and I've not even finished. Almost 16. Oh, fucking hell, it's gone on for ages. This is gonna be a bastard to upload. So yeah, it's, you know, it's so far okay. So I haven't seen, like, I was like, okay, so these are the first time I've seen them. So obviously, it's obviously like it's just a one-time occurrence. Like, it's I'll see it, and I didn't see them for the rest of the day. So obviously, either they realized I could have made my money here when I last been spamming over it. I could have made my money easily. Or someone gave them the money, in which case you're a fucking idiot. Unless you did it to shut them up, in which case, whatever. That's a different matter. Because it's like, in which case, just add them to ignore. I don't fucking pay people to shut up. I don't pay people on Runescape to do fucking anything. I'm very, like, obviously in order to play, like, Runescape and to do some bits, and obviously you don't need money to play Runescape. You just need a bit of, motivation to do it, and it'll just take a bit longer. But that's it. Sorry, I thought it was a bit of a pop then. I was like, what the fuck? I'm like a meter away from the microphone. What the fuck? So yeah, I was like, so you don't need money to play it, but I don't like spending money on Runescape. Like the fact that my bank went from 94 mil to 72, and then it's back up to like 80, back up to like 84 now, I think. Yeah, it is. It's back up to 84 because my friend gave me the money that I lent him back. Like, I lent someone 10 mil so he could go and do Frost Dragons. Like, I lent it him so he could, go get a Fury, go get some Rune, go get Dragon Plate, like, go get some gear and a cannon so he can go do it. And then he gave me that money back. See, that's my friends on Runescape. We're very true because I know them in real life. I guess that kind of helps it along. Because, like, I know I've been friends with them for years, and I know where they live, and they should know if they scam me, I will fucking break their windows and destroy them because I'm bigger than them. So whatever. So, it does help with the fact that I know them in real life, but a lot of people, like, on RuneScape are very money hungry, like, more so than me. Like, if someone lent me like, my friends lend me money, like when I came back to RuneScape, my bank was at like 1.2 mil, and my friends lent me like 10 mil. So one of my friends, like my closest friend on it, lent me like 10 mil. I think it was like 11 mil. I can't fucking remember. It was 10 or 11 mil. It lent me that, so I could go and get some money, and then I did. I did it, and I earned enough money to get 99 range. But before I spent the money to get 99 range, once I earned 20 mil, I gave half of that, so I went back to a 10 mil bank. I gave 10 mil back to my friend, and he lent it me, I gave it him back. That's the sort of, that's how RuneScape should be. A friend lends you something, you go, okay. Like, say a friend lends you a party hat. Like, some people do this. like friends lend you a party hat, so you can go get a picture, so you can go get your picture of your character. Like I did that. My friend lent me his party hat, so I could get my picture. It's not my picture anymore. It's just I think it's me and Dungeoneering. So yeah, he lent me that so I could go and get a picture, so I could look like I pretend I had like a 42 bill bank. So he did that, and I gave it him back. I didn't scam him because he's a friend. Like we've talked about everything in this fucking world. I like this is a game. Like it's it takes a large part of your life. Yes, I will admit that. Not to play RuneScape and get somewhere in a shorter period of time. Obviously, you can get to where I am a long period of time, but to get in a short period of time, it takes up some time. Obviously it's a bit more than it's a game, but it feels like a bit more of than a game because the friends you can make over this are like once in a lifetime friends, and with people should acknowledge once in a lifetime friends are once in a lifetime. If you lose them, that is it. There won't be someone new to come along and replace them. That is it. Once they're gone, they're gone. Unless by some miracle they realize actually this bastard who siren just interrupt me. Why don't you? These sirens. Yeah, a helicopter landed on the college car park, so I'm guessing it's probably for that. So yeah, if you got friends, then treasure their friendship, especially if you can talk to them about anything and they will be there for you. Don't take that friendship for granted. Don't be a douche. If you take it for granted and you take money off pixels like PK King 5, Jared, however you want to know him, like I used to know him, we'd stop talking, nothing was like, we didn't argue, we just never really spoke. We spoke a few times and we were friends and stuff. But obviously I quit for a year and obviously fair play. We stopped really talking, didn't really become friends anymore. So yeah, but he was like my favorite RuneScape video maker. Like, because he was down to earth. He would talk to subscribers about everything that was going on in his life, and it was just a funny bastard. But he's quit because his friend scammed him out of $1 bill. Now this was one of these once in a lifetime friends, and if that ever happened to me, I would hunt that person down, and I would make that like a week of their life like a fucking hell, because one, to get that money, it takes time. So they've kind of technically, essentially, not really, but whatever, taken like a certain amount of time off you by taking that money. And rather than thinking, oh, one bill is like £1,000. Don't think about that. Think of it as time, and you shouldn't even think of time, because RuneScape comes with memories, random ass chats you can have with people in RuneScape make RuneScape bearable. The mindless clicking of that getting 99s becomes bearable when you have friends, and when friends choose pixels over friendship, that is a stupid fucking thing to do. Like, that is a horrible fucking thing to do. Don't ever, if anyone who subscribed to, or if anyone who is listening to this ever, I need to crack my neck. If anyone listens and you've ever chosen pixels over friendship, then fuck off, because it's a really stupid thing to do. RuneScape comes with memories, like it comes with fun. It's more of a fun, like people change over the period of RuneScape. Like, that's obviously why the RuneScape communities tend to shit now, because teenagers, well, I'm a teenager, and I will admit that teenagers are like, obviously there are some teenagers are like 50-50 split, and for some reason a lot of the twats have come onto RuneScape. There's these twats and teenagers, and then there are decent teenagers who, chances are, hopefully the people listening to this and who are subscribed and just in general will be like, oh, I'm not one of those twats. So fingers crossed, you're not a twat listening to this. That's the range. That's the range in which my compliments are ranged. I hope you are not a twat. Yes, that is exactly where my compliments stop. So yeah, don't ever choose pixels over friendship. Basically, there is a community at the moment. is doing that. They're choosing pixels over friendship, and that is a really stupid thing to do. You know, and it's growing harder and harder for me to trust like people who I know are my friends. It's becoming harder and harder for me to trust them with 1 mil, 2 mil. Like at the moment, 1 mil, 2 mil. I can if they scam for that, I won't be upset about the 1 or 2 mil. Like I won't be like say I sold my all my alks and shit. I'll say I do what I do for money, and I say I go off and get 100 mil bank, which I probably am going to do because I need to get turmoil. But yeah, say I went off and I got my 100 mil bank, and then like my friend's like, oh, can you lend me 100 mil? I'm like, okay. Now knowing I can make that money back, the fact that say he chose pixels over friendship and he took that 100 mil and then fucked off with it and deleted me from Skype, from everything, from fucking everything, Tumblr, Twitter, Facebook, Skype, RuneScape, MSN, moved his house like 62 miles away from me. Say he did that, I wouldn't be upset over the fact that I've just lost 100 mil bank. I'd be pissed off that I just lost it, but I wouldn't be that. I'd think, oh, okay, I can make it back, no big deal. I'd be more upset over the fact that someone who I thought was my friend just decided, oh, I know, I'm behind the internet, I'm behind my PC, I will take that money and I will fuck off with it. Because if someone did that, I would come and I would fucking destroy him, because I would be really, really pissed off with the fact that someone who's been who I've spoken to about like everything in my life, when I've had like shit times in my life, I've spoken to about them and they've been there for me and I've been there for them, has just, hey, derp, I'm gonna take the money, derp. No, I'd be pissed off. I'd be upset. I'd be pissed off that if my friend, who I thought was my friend, could do that. And in RuneScape, the community is like that. Someone says like, oh, lend me 400k, add me, and I'll give you back. So once I've earned it back, like, chances are, like, I wouldn't do that. But say, for example, I did. There is a high chance that he would take the 400k, delete me, and then fuck off with it. Like 400k, I'm not pissed off about, but it's the fact that back like 5 years ago, that wouldn't have happened. That would not. Fucking 4 years ago, 2007 and beforehand, people would not have done that because people on RuneScape were just generally better people. So like obviously, when they've left, dicks have fucking twats have come to replace them. But at the same time, there are like new people coming into RuneScape, like a lot like on RuneScape, the Tumblr, on Tumblr there is a RuneScape tag, and a lot of people on there are pretty, they're pretty funny bastards. They are hilarious, but like obviously there's no Tumblr chat because everyone has different opinions, and it's apparently like I came into the RuneScape tag on Tumblr later than everyone else, and apparently there have been many attempts to have a clan chat and a clan and a friends chat based around Tumblr, the people on the Tumblr RuneScape tag, but it's failed because everyone's just outmoded, and fair enough, everyone's different, but I'm pretty sure that most people on there have the same base ground rules of friendship means more than pixels, and playing RuneScape for the fun and not to try and scam people and not try and take not to try and like take pixels off people. I'm pretty sure most of them believe that. So, and then like obviously there are a few examples. Like there are other people like I've been alking a lot, so I've been Slow Wars Bank. That's a one-click bank, and a lot of people there. Everyone's like, oh, this is boring, and then you get the occasional random bastard. Not all the time it is me. Who's like, oh, this is hilarious. This is amazing. Yeah. That was really loud. So, yeah, and it's people. You have to try and, if no one's talking in RuneScape, then start the conversation off. I wouldn't go back to RuneScape 2007, despite what I've said in this almost 30-minute video, 30 minute, and like no. So yeah, I wouldn't go back to RuneScape 2006, 2007. Even though a lot of people are like, oh, I wish you could come back because it was so much better. I wouldn't. Like the community, even if RuneScape went back to how it was in 2006, 2007, the RuneScape community would stay the same. They would still be money hungry twats, and you know, unless the community could somehow go back in time as well and become how they used to be, that is the only exception I would make. And as long as I kept my stats, my 100 and I almost 100 bill bank, 100 mil, sorry. Let's see, you know, it's just, that's the most amount of money I've ever had in this game. So you know, as long as if I went back in time, I kept that shit. But yeah, so I wouldn't do that because there are so many good things that have come with like the bad people. Obviously, along with the bad updates, this is going on to more about just RuneScape in general. The bad updates, there have been good updates. You know, there's been bad. You know, there's been the shitty updates like I don't know. The Rogue's Den replacement. I forgot what it's fucking called. Yeah, the Rogue's Den replacement. The Blast Furnace. No, it's not the Blast Furnace. So whatever. The Blast Furnace is another one of them. Like that was a shitty update. That's just dead content. You know, with all the random, you know, bad updates, there have been good updates. Like the Grand Exchange. For what I don't care for, they got rid of real world trading and shit, but they brought in like lending items, which because I'm assuming that he knew. Like I'm guessing like Mod Mark was like, you know what, the community's gonna become money hungry. We should implement being able to lend people stuff. It's like that's a good idea. That's a good idea, Mark. It's like I know. Come from the future. Like, obviously, I'm guessing that's what happened, and that's like future Mod Mark came in after. That's why the lend system came in. I've got to win this soon. I've got to go back to college. So yeah, obviously that's probably why that came into it. But then the Grand Exchange was a fucking amazing update. It's so much better than standing at World 2. Buying whip 1 mil. You know, stuff like that. It beats that so much. That was so horrible. You're trying to buy fucking gear so you can go do some KBD, and you like you spend like 2 hours. Spend 2 hours buying the gear, and then like half an hour actually at the boss because the gear was shit back then. So yeah, I wouldn't go back unless the community would go back to how it was, because no matter how good RuneScape was, you know, because you know the prayer and the Constitution, I don't mind that. You know, you get used to the shit. I'm pretty sure most of you who listen to this have understood that. Yeah, when a bad update comes out, you just sort of get used to it, and it just becomes the norm. So you know, it's not too much. It's not nothing you should be really crying about. It's just an update. You'll get used to it. So yeah, I wouldn't go back to how it was unless the community would go back to how it was, but it wouldn't because everyone's a bastard. Which is why I don't like people. But there are some good people. Don't get me wrong. There are a lot of people on RuneScape. It is the majority. Sadly, slowly becoming fewer and fewer people. It is the majority of people who are the good, you know, people in RuneScape. But there are a lot of twats out there. So trust people with stuff if you want. I don't. I only trust people who I know in real life and would be able to hunt down and murder if they did, you know, if they chose pixels over friendship. So yeah, I'm gonna end this here. This will be up to night the 30th because I'm gonna be up like till stupid o'clock alking. So I should end it there. I will end it with this.